The Story of the 100-Joint Bamboo. Once upon a time in a remote village, there was a poor boy named Khoai. He worked for a rich man who was known for being greedy and stingy. Khoai worked hard all day, doing farm work and housework, never taking a moment to rest. One day the rich man promised Khoai, "If you work hard and complete all the tasks I assign, I will marry my daughter to you." Khoai was delighted and tried to work harder than ever. He worked from morning to night, not minding the hardships. However, when all the work was finished, the rich man found a way to evade his promise. He said, "You must find me a bamboo with 100 joints, then I will marry my daughter to you." Khoai was sad, but still determined to set out to find the 100-jointed bamboo. He traveled everywhere, through many forests, but could not find any bamboo with 100 joints. When he was in despair, suddenly a Buddha appeared and asked, "Why are you sad?" Khoai told the story, and Buddha smiled and gave him a magic spell. "Enter, enter." Buddha told him, "Cut 100 bamboo segments and recite this magic spell." Khoai followed Buddha's words, and miraculously, as soon as he recited the mantra, the 100 bamboo segments automatically joined together, forming a bamboo tree exactly 100 segments long. Khoai brought the bamboo to the rich man's house, who was amazed. When the rich man tried to test the bamboo, Buddha appeared again and told Khoai to recite the magic spell, "Kak Suat, Kak Suat." Immediately, the bamboo split and the rich man was stuck between the bamboo joints. Finally, the rich man had to agree to marry his daughter to Khoai as promised. From then on, Khoai and his daughter lived happily together. The story of King Midas and the donkey's ears. King Midas was a famously rich and greedy king. He had a lot of gold and wealth, but he always wanted more. One day, he rescued a wine god named Silenus, who had lost his way and was found by Midas in his vineyard. Silenus was very grateful and took Midas to Dionysus, the god of wine and feasting. Dionysus was so impressed by Midas's kindness that he granted him one wish. Midas did not hesitate to wish that everything he touched would turn to gold. Dionysus warned that this wish might not bring happiness, but Midas persisted. Soon, everything Midas touched turned to gold. Tree branches, stones, food, and water. But when Midas tried to eat or drink, he found that the food and water also turned to gold, leaving him unable to eat anything. Midas began to regret his wish. The climax was when Midas's beloved daughter ran to hug her father. She also turned into a golden statue. Midas was extremely sad and realized his mistake. He begged Dionysus for forgiveness and asked to be freed from this disastrous wish. Dionysus heard the prayer and told Midas to go to the Pactolus River and bathe in the water to get rid of the wish. When Midas did so, everything he touched returned to normal. From then on, the Pactolus River became famous for the grains of gold in its water. After learning this valuable lesson, Midas decided to give up his greed and live a simpler life. But his story did not end there. One day, King Midas was invited to judge a musical contest between Apollo and Pan, the god of the meadows. Midas, being simple-minded, preferred Pan's flute to Apollo's lyre. So he declared Pan the winner. Apollo was furious at this judgment and decided to punish Midas. Apollo turned Midas's ears into donkey ears, symbolizing ignorance and lack of knowledge. Midas was ashamed and hid his donkey ears under his big hat, and only the barber knew the secret. The barber couldn't keep the secret, so he went out into the field, dug a hole, and whispered the secret into it. But later, reeds grew from the hole, and when the wind blew through them, they made a sound. King Midas has donkey ears. Midas eventually accepts his fate and lives a more peaceful life, learning valuable lessons about pride and greed.